So we're at Diamond Sea Farms with Sam Coffee here in this adorable little store, and I have one question that many people ask, and how is it that you find the perfect watermelon?
I hope that the fellow that picked the watermelon from the garden knew what he was doing, because there's certain things to look for there. But once it's picked and in the bin in your store, about the only thing you can look for is turn it over to the bottom side and look for the white spot to have turned yellow. The thumping, that's only if you want to act like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, at the store you want to thump it?
But look for the yellow on the bottom side.
So that's easy enough, easy enough. Now we're all equipped to pick out the perfect watermelon this summer.
Summer just isn't complete without a great juicy watermelon, and we're here at Diamond Sea Farms where Sam and Brenda Coffee raise some of the best watermelons I've ever tasted. And so I'm sure we can find them in the field and get a glimpse of their watermelon patch. Sam, tell us a little bit about Diamond Sea Farms.
We've been here since 1975. We raised our children here, so that made us 4 coffees, and I put the 4 C's together and came up with the idea of the Diamond Sea Farm. In the beginning, we were primarily a cattle farm. We've always gardened, and 4 years ago, I got this idea of expanding a little bit on the garden, because that's what I enjoy doing. So we started out with 3/4 of an acre, started farmer's market for the first time. Totally new to that, didn't know what to expect. But it turned out much better than we really thought it would be. Next year we went to 2 acres, and it's just grown from there. We raise over 80-some varieties of fruits and vegetables. People are coming from all over the county. We've sent vegetables as far away as the southern border of Tennessee and as far away as Lexington to the north. So it's spreading. Everybody's getting the good taste of our produce.
And I think probably one of the reasons for that is you do have quality produce, but you also add a little bit extra for the customer. I mean, I think when people come and visit you and Brenda, they come and you do make friends and they feel like they do have a relationship with you, and you always have fun giveaways or recipes, so you add that little bit of extra customer service.
We love sitting and talking to people. People come in, we have chairs available at the store so that people can sit down and stay as long as they want.
Yeah, and the view there is nice. I mean, I wanted to stay there and chat as well. I mean, it's just such a nice scene. You have such a beautiful place out here.
We enjoy the people. That's the driving force. That's our motivation for doing this. Someone asked me about how much work went into this, which it is a lot of work. Everybody knows that gardening is a lot of work, and especially this much. So I was explaining to them how much time and effort it took, and when I got through, they asked, well, what about your profit? I never thought about profit before. And really, I hadn't. I don't do this as trying to make a fortune, but I got to thinking about it. My profit is when a person comes in, buys their produce, takes it home, comes back and tells me how good that watermelon was, or how sweet that corn was, or how delicious those tomatoes were. That's my profit.
Well, that's a great way to look at it, because I know they do that a lot. And if that's how you measure your profit, you're a rich man, all right?
Very much.
Why do you raise watermelons?
Watermelon is a pleasure food. People who like watermelons, which is people like me, I love watermelons. That's why I wanted to grow them. Last year, we had people telling us that our melons were the best tasting watermelon they had ever eaten. There's that profit again.
That's right. So everybody needs to come out and get one of these melons. Now, Sam, I know that it is a labor of love. You and Brenda are out here picking and in this garden a lot. But why do you farm? Why is it important to you?
We're farmers. My dad was a farmer, his dad before him. All of my relatives pretty much were farmers. It's just a life that I love. I was driving mules and tractors by the time I was 8 years old. So I've always been on a farm. It's got more variety of activities than any other career. You get tired of doing something today, don't have to worry about it. Tomorrow you can do something totally different.
It'll be something different.
And it's outside. So much of it. It's great being outside. It's great using all your skills because you can be a plumber, electrician, a carpenter, on down the line. It's just a little of everything that's required or can be used on the farm. I just love it.
Sometimes the most simple of recipes requiring the fewest ingredients are the most flavorful. And today we're featuring a Kentucky Proud plated up tomato and watermelon salad. There are very few ingredients, but yet it's so flavorful and so delicious. We're starting off with 5 cups of Diamond C Farm watermelon, and it's so juicy and so flavorful. I've already taken some bites. In their produce shop at the farm, they have tons and a variety of options, and so I've also purchased some tomatoes there. And I have a variety of tomatoes. I have some cherry tomatoes that I'm gonna cut, along with a yellow variety and a pink variety. So making sure that you cut all your produce before you get started, even your watermelon. Sometimes people will forget about washing their watermelon simply because it's just so big. But in fact, you want to go ahead and wash it so that you are not contaminating your knife before your knife goes through it. Now this salad, you can dice the tomato, you can leave it more chunky, you can leave the pieces a little bit bigger. We're gonna leave that up to you. It depends if you're gonna serve this maybe on top of something, maybe such as chicken or fish, or if you're gonna serve it just alone as a salad. And today we're doing a salad. So the big tomato, you're gonna just take the top off by carefully inserting your knife and going around and popping that tough core out. And I love a yellow tomato. I think they are just not only absolutely beautiful and add so much color to your dishes, but they're so flavorful. And I think that they're just good on a simple BLT, just a simple recipe. So now take your chopped tomatoes into your dish, and then we're gonna add our watermelon. We're gonna drizzle extra virgin olive oil. Red wine vinegar. So much flavor in that too. And a dash of pepper. And of salt. Now you're probably thinking, okay, we've got tomato, we've got watermelon, now we're putting pepper and salt, but I promise those flavors are so delicious. When you've got that sweet and you've got that savory combined into one dish, and then the salt and the pepper pull out those natural flavors, it is definitely a winning recipe. Now, this recipe you can prepare ahead of time. Say you've got a cookout or you've got an event going on and you'd like to do a little preparation work. You can use this salad to do that. Today we're going to use ruffled romaine lettuce, and that's what we're going to use as the bed of our salad. Just that color of green in the bed of lettuce adds so much to this dish. This is definitely a summertime sensational salad. So don't forget, sometimes when creating a recipe, the fewest of ingredients are the most flavorful dishes. And I think this recipe is a prime example of that statement. So make sure that you check out Diamond C Farm's Facebook page for their store and produce store hours, and stop by and pay them a visit. Pick up a delicious red juicy watermelon along with many other items that they have at the store.